that's where and when we are. Look at this beautiful weather. Yeah, it's pretty out. It's nice, cool, crisp fall evening. Beautiful, just beautiful evening. It's about 8:30. Headed down to Hickman, Kentucky. Garena Ferry area. I'm gonna pick up 14 of them down here. That'll give us 23. We'll get 2 more on down the river, but that'll about fill us out. Look at that, it's just beautiful. Not a bad view, man. Not a bad view at all. In southbound, so we're not running. We're not running full ahead. We run cut back southbound, so float down the creek. Stop down here in Hickman, pick up some more. That's what we got. Just thought it was real pretty. Moonlight on the water. You know, not a bad gig tonight, really not. We'll go down here and get back in. We've got 2-3 miles down here and get back in and pick up 14 barges. So we'll be there for most of the night. Get a Ricky Robinson and Maryland Roncalli here. Hickman Point, Kentucky. The fleet picking up our barges. Man, it's a beautiful, man, it is so pretty out. Look at that. It is a beautiful night on the Mississippi. We're backed in here. Hickman while they're picking up barges. Not a hint of wind. Got us just backed in with the moonlight. See, back and easy. Moving one around, we gotta move that barge back here, then we'll put another string over there, and then we'll start filling all of them out. We'll be 2 more on this one, 2 or 3 on this one, 2, and then 4 and 4. Anyway, that's what we're rigging all scattered out where they wire everything in. Anyway, yeah, beautiful moonlit evening. Look at that. Pretty night on the Mississippi. Like I say, here at Hickman Point, Kentucky, you can see how low the water is. And we'll get our 23 out of here, and then we'll pick up 2 more down at Blytheville. That'll fill us out. We'll be filled out for the trip on south. Headed to the Gulf. Anyway. Mile 922. Tuesday, November 10th. Or Thursday, sorry. Thursday. Anyway. Yeah, I'll finish out my night here. Or finish out with the watch here. I got 2.5 hours left, and then I imagine we'll probably be here most of the night.
What you got, they can take it to St. off, you can put the line on it. Coming off the Star Wing Wire, Captain.
You bet, no problem. Squared up. Some fellas slinging some rigging. They getting it. Yeah, man. I don't care, man, how long I've been out here. Decking.
Alright, get that ball back like
as much as we cuss.
Yeah.
These guys. These type of guys that have worked together a bunch. They rattle. They barely even have to say full sentences, and they know what they're doing. It's really pretty impressive, man. Working with a crew, we got a good crew, and they got a good crew. I can tell right off. These fellas, you could tell, man. You could tell. Ain't nobody. There was nobody standing.
That's about 8 more to follow. Yeah.
We hanging one barge off right here, getting it squared up.
Copy that.
And you can tell when you got an experienced crew because there was nobody ever when that barge touched up alongside of us. You had guys getting wire ready. You had to pull my wire off. I had a working tandem. Kind of neat. Oh yeah. You can just tell how quick things go with these guys. How effortless and quick. Look, they're gonna hit it on. That's square it in two. They almost squared it in the first lick. That's pretty good. Yeah, we gonna get out of here pretty quick. They're gonna have these wired up pretty quick. Anyway, got to brag on the fellas, man. They're doing the hard work out there.
As you hooked up, you can drop back into that.
And square. They got it. Well, folks always ask them what the difference is now. This is the water stage. I looked up, here we go. I'll give you a good example. Here what we're dealing with. At this stage, let's see, we'll just, I'll pull up river stages and see what they got here. Yeah. Let's see, river stages. Alright. We'll go with Cairo gauge, 8.1 foot today. Then just for reference, minus 8.3 for Memphis. And we're on a slow rise. And fall and rise again. Anyway, well, that's actually a good little ride. All right. But that's the river stages today. This is a mess. I looked at this on radar. I'll show you. I don't know. Anyway, look. Normally we'd run that. That's all you come around a turn and run down through here, but these are buoys. Show you what I'm talking about. Where we would normally run, you can see the white. That's where we normally. That's a sailing line right here. But now the way those buoys are dropped in here, you gotta come up and do a little zigzag up through here and around, and that's tight. Yeah, that's tight. But see, that's a half-mile ring. That's a 1 mile ring for reference. But see how it is. Normally we'd run that short, but you can't. That's all shallow water right here. So actually we gotta. He said, I asked him if they've been slow steering. He said most of them is slow steering around there, not flanking it, just slow steer around there. Where you don't slide off in there. But look at that. That's a mess. That's the difference in a, you know, few feet.
All right, try wiping that again.
You know, we get up -5, so it's a mess. It's a mess. But part of the extreme conditions that we're dealing with, you know. That's I told the guy looked like he dropped buoys out of the sky with a helicopter, as Roy Barnes would say. I know you're busy, big man. I'll step out and wave, though. Big Mark. Classmate, but he got his 25 going down ahead of us. That's kind of neat, actually. We fix to get in the way here shortly, but big Mark on Ebros and Ingram going down. He gonna lead the way. Me and him go way back, man. We were next door neighbors. Literally, he lives across the alley from me. We grew up together. He runs cap on that E. Bronson Ingram over there. Anyway, Mark Evansberger, I've known him all my life. Since I like 3rd grade on, I remember, about 3rd grade, that was when I moved back to my dad in Hobart, and he was a year behind me in school. Captain Mark Heavensberger. Anyway, he started out here. When I came out here and started decking, he was already a pilot. He'd already worked his way up, got his license. He was running pilot on that Orleanian up on that Illinois River. But he broke in over there with Buck Lay, B&H, and then when Dewey got the National Marine boats from Buck, he came over with that bunch, and that's how the Hobart fellas ended up at WKN and on the river. Like I said, Quint Harris started it, and Mark was one of the first ones that came out after Quint from our hometown. And long story short, he was working for a custom wheat harvester that was actually cutting wheat on my family's land. And I'll tell the story, Mark, sorry. He tore up the header of one of those big MacDon 36-foot fancy. At the time, it was new tech combine headers, and by Keith Hollebright was the custom cutter folks back home. Anyway, he lost his job, got fired, and Mark didn't want to go to. It was either. The story was he was either going to join the military or had to find something else, and so he talked to Quint Harris. Quint was working on the river for B&H towing for Buck Lay, and he got Mark a job out here. And on the Illinois River, they were all up there working with Buck Kendall up on that Orleanian. They all broke in up there, worked his way up, and got his license, and then he was working at WKN for Dave Dewey when I started working. on the river, and up on the Illinois River on the Los Ann and Orleans and all this Oklahoma. Southwest Oklahoma fellas and Clarksville, Tennessee boys, we all ran together too. Got in trouble together off the boats, and oh man. But good memories, man, good memories. That man right there is one hell of a wheelman. And he's a dandy friend. Big Mark Heavensberger. And when I say Big Mark, he's not fat, y'all. If you don't know Mark, he was Mr. Southeast States in I looked it up the other day. I think it was not 19. I think it was early 2000s maybe. No, that would have been like maybe 98. I think it was 1998, Mr. Southeast States. I think he was what is it, IFBB pro bodybuilder. I don't know, man. He was working to try to get his pro card, his NPC pro card back then. But Mark's a heck of a guy. His mom cut my hair all my life when I didn't have hair. Well, in my early life. Sweet lady. Terry and Dickie. I know them both. His parents are great folks, and his sisters, everybody. And his wife. She's a dandy, Jenny. Yeah, he's wiggling down through that mess. That's what I'm kind of watching him. I got a track on him. My buddy. Me and Mark, I run pilot for him. We rode together at WKN2. After when I was I got in the wheelhouse, I run pilot for him. He was captain on that Sheila Johnson. And actually, I rode with the Roy Barnes, was other captain. But I rode with Mark a little bit, relieving a few times. But, yeah, big Mark Heavensberger on E. Bronson. For context of this, this is coming down on Island 14 shoot, and I don't know what boat for sure, but the river shut down as of, it is, hold on, it's the morning after I flanked that, and we're stopped here waiting on fleet space, waiting on tugs. But it's Saturday the 12th, so it was last night. I come through there, that was, I don't know, it was probably around 9:30, I'm gonna say around 9:30 last night. The Friday night, November 11th, and it's the 12th and the river shut down there. So you can see how tight it was. It was a double flank, so it wasn't nothing to play with at all. It was, anyway, I got just a little bit of video of it, and that's what it is. Anyway, boat behind me didn't make it. A little flank job here. A little tight around Island 14, so do a little flanking, backing up, let the current take me around the turn right here. See, a little tight. If I try to steer that, I try to steer around here, hit the bank. So what we'll do is we'll flank, we'll float, get down the current speed, and float around the turn. Nice and easy. That's what we got planned. Setting up real nice. Oh yeah. Getting her down, backing on her slow, getting her slowed down, getting her checked. That head right here will start picking up and coming around. stronger, get that head swinging the right way. Yeah, she's starting to swing around there. We just stayed, keep her stern out on these buoys right here. Let that head come on around. Back, got her back a little stronger, not check her down. Make sure she swings on around there. She come around. Once I get her about the speed I like and floating around there like I like, I'll let off of her a little bit, let her do her thing. But she's staying out here by the buoys. See, I got the stern out here by the buoys. Oh yeah, she coming on around there.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay, y'all be careful one time. Yeah.
Must be kind of slack on the top side of the turn here. She's moving a little bit. Usually she gets swifter down in these tighter spots, but it seemed like she was kind of dead, which that makes sense. Kind of pulls dead up above. Up in here, she kind of slacked her, so check her a little more, get her to act right. Now then, she's coming on around, acting right in the current. Anyway. That's that. She's coming around good now, so we'll be in good shape. Right here, got the stern out here close to the buoy line. Anyway, flanking Island 14. Now we're floating down the shore. Kind of a little adjust her a little bit, but she's floating down the shore just nice and easy. Let me check her back again here. Give her another little check. It's tight. It's tight. Buoy there, bank there. Buoy, bank. It's tight. She's a little tight in there, a little down through here. So anyway, we're getting her done though. Yeah, flag around there. Let her ease on. We're keeping that stern out here by the buoy line. Checking her as we need. But we're making it. We're getting her done. It's a little strange when you got the bank right in front of you. But that's what we're doing. She looks good, actually. Looks good. I got her right out on the buoy line. She's pretty swift right there. But we're falling off of it. So. But that's about as close as you can get right there. But she's falling off of that and kind of slowly coming around. See, I got her. She kind of gets right in through here. I'll start shoving. And she's picking up speed coming out this little swift hole. So, you know, well, you see how wide the river is right here, but we can only run this little narrow channel right down the bank over here. See, there's the buoy right there. Keeping my stern out here tucked in on them, letting that head do its thing. Yeah, it's picking up speed here, so choice is either shove on her to give her a little check back. I'm gonna give her a little check back, play it safe. Keep my stern out, see the stern falling off, but I want to keep it right up on that buoy right there. Let that head come on around. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Now we're starting to shove on her really easy. I don't want to shove too hard and get her doing that. So, but we don't want her to do that either. So start shoving her down a little bit.